Hello, this is Curupisa Crochet and my name is Sylvia with a new tutorial for this Christmas crochet marathon. As you can see here, we'll be making these cute, it started as a glass case, but it can also be used as a cell phone case or a pencil case, whatever you would like. It all depends on the size you make it, how wide and long. This one was supposed to be a glass case for my son, and this one is for my daughter. She'll be using it as a cell phone case. Although it appears to me to be suitable for a pencil case, as I said, or maybe to keep other amenities for sewing or crocheting or whatever, scissors and stuff like that. You will see it is very easy and beginner friendly. The only complication might be here because it's a tube that you crochet, and the only difficulty I see would be when doing the decreases that you see here for the ears and the face. For this project you will need a few grams of 6-ply cotton yarn and a 3.5 millimeter hook. You will also need a darning needle, a button for the nose, some 3-ply yarn for the eyes, but you can replace this with some small buttons. That's up to you. And before starting, let me invite you to subscribe to the channel. Here you'll see a small square that says subscribe, or down on the description box or near the banner of the channel you'll also find a place where to hit to subscribe, and of course hit the notification bell to get notified anytime I upload a video, podcast, video tutorial, whatever. So let's begin. The main part of the case is very easy. We'll begin with a slip knot on the hook and a chain of 14 stitches. Stretch a bit this last chain, skip the first one, and on the second one do 3 half double crochet stitches. This is the third one. On the next ones you'll make 1 half double crochet on each of the chain stitches of the base until you reach the last chain. When we get there, I'll show you what to do. You see here on top of that last chain I crocheted 3 half double crochet stitches, and these will allow me to turn to the other side of the project, the other side of the chain base. Right there I will be making 1 half double crochet stitch on top of each chain, and now I will show you how to join the first and the last stitches of this round. Right here I've done the last half double crochet stitch. I will be looking for this first chain that I told you to stretch a bit, turn to the wrong side of the project and insert the hook and pull that yarn over of the last stitch through it, adjust it, chain 1, adjust that chain, and turn again the project to the right side. You will see this will allow you to get an almost seamless appearance of the project. Now elongate a bit that chain stitch and do 1 half double crochet stitch on the first stitch of the previous round, and on top of each stitch of this round work 1 half double crochet stitch. When we return to the starting point, we'll join by inserting the hook on this first chain. Now you'll only have to repeat this round to get the main part of the case done. As you can see, I've magically managed to do it right now. For these I needed 17 rounds. I mean for a small pair of glasses. If your glasses are wider, you might add 2 or 3 more rounds. Maybe also for a cell phone case. Now I finished that last round by joining the first and last stitches with a slip stitch. Right here you can see how I did it. And you see the stitches, these half double crochet stitches, you do them by inserting the hook on the yarn over there that is a bit on the side of the stitch, so the stitches tend to go sideways, and this stitch didn't finish on the side that I needed. So now you have to choose which is the better side, which is the one that you prefer to look at. This is the front for me and this is the back for me. And to the front I want the face of the fox to be, so this will be the one. And in that case I will turn to the other side and will begin to work on the cover from this side here. I have in total 28 stitches, so I make sure that on the back I have 14 stitches and 14 on to the front like this, and we'll be working on the 14 stitches of the back. For that I picked the white yarn. That's the second color I will be needing. Do a slip knot and check that I have 14 stitches. The first one will be here, and well, I'll work these, let's say, half double crochet stitch, and then I'll continue with 3 more. So this will be the second one. The third will also be complete in white yarn, but the fourth one will be the stitch where I'll switch to the main color, this brick color that I absolutely love. So I picked that yarn and I will use it to finish this fourth half double crochet stitch. Now I need to crochet 6 half double crochet stitches in this brick color, and I will be driving this white yarn to the other side while doing so, so I can pick it up when I finish this row. I mean when I finish these 6 half double crochet stitches. This is the 6th one. I have to switch to white yarn, so I finish this stitch with a white one and pull that yarn to the back. And now I'll have to do 4 more half double crochet stitches in white. So I do it. Now for the second row of this cover slash face, I elongate that first chain, skip the first half double crochet stitch, work on the second. This will act as a decrease. We'll begin to work for the triangle shape. Then 2 half double crochet stitches. The second one you complete with brick yarn, brick colored yarn. Now work on top of the half double crochet stitches in brick yarn. The sixth one, you don't complete with that same color, switch to white. Then you crochet 2 half double crochet stitches and a decrease, that's to say, start 1 half double crochet stitch, start another, and close both of them together to get that decrease, as I said. Now turn to the other side for the third row. This will be the right side. Chain 1, skip the first stitch, go to the next one. This will be a decrease also. 1 half double crochet stitch, 2, and now you'll go to the next stitch, begin with white and chain switch to brick yarn. So you'll see we'll decrease the number of stitches in brick color yarn. Now 4 half double crochet stitches, the last of which will be completed with white yarn. This way we shape the triangle of the cover and also the triangle of the nose of the fox. Then this way with the decreases of stitches. Now 1 half double crochet stitch and 2, skipped one, and now a decrease again as we did before in the previous row. You can see it's starting to show the shape that we need. Return, chain 1, skip the first, then 1 half double crochet, 2. Now on top of the next stitch, that is brick colored yarn, with brick colored yarn, begin a half double crochet stitch and complete it with that color, and do 2 more half double crochet stitches in that same color. I should have driven that yarn to the other side and crocheted on top of them. Well, this is the second one. I have to switch to white. The next ones I will do 1 half double crochet stitch, another one, and a decrease again. And now I turn. I think the shape will do okay. You can see it's quite even. It's already shaped. What I shall do is chain 1, skip the first stitch and do 2 half double crochet stitches. The second one will be completed with brick colored yarn, 2 in that main color. Again, complete that second stitch with white, and now 1 half double crochet stitch and 1 decrease. So now we have the shape complete. Now we have to work on the buttonhole, but first I chain 1 and adjust, and to have an even shape I turn and do a slip stitch on the last of the white stitches and one on top of the first of the brick colored yarn stitch, and also weave it in while beginning the buttonhole. For that I insert the hook. I don't turn, I insert it on top of the second stitch and do a chain of 6 or 7 stitches depending on the size of the button that you use. For me, with this amount, let me see, I insert the hook and slip stitch on the first of the stitches, and well, it seems that the button will fit through that hole. Slip stitch and a few single crochet stitches all through to the end of the buttonhole. Slip stitch on the first stitch I made, pull the yarn to the front. I will thread that yarn through a darning needle and weave it in. I pull it to the wrong side and pass the yarn through the stitches I've just made. And the same with that yarn that you can see, the white one. So I have here the front of the cover, the case. This will be the face. When finished, I'll sew the button here and the eyes. Now let's go for the ears. You don't turn, you fold the face to the front, do a slip knot, and check where the first stitch here, this one, will work on the same base that we chose to work the cover. Insert the hook on the first one and do 1 half double crochet stitch. Now let's check where the second stitch would be. Right here, you see, I insert it like this and pull the yarn and do a second half double crochet stitches. In total we'll need 6 half double crochet stitches, and whatever I show you right now, you'll do the same for the other ear on this side, but you'll begin without turning, skip 2 stitches, you'll work 1 on the 6th stitch from the edge. You'll begin here, skip those 2 stitches and begin and work the same as I am doing here. Turn for the second row of this ear, skip the first stitch. Now go for the next half double crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 1 decrease. That's to say 2 half double crochet stitches close together. Turn again. We'll do 1 more row, chain 1, skip the first stitch, 1 half double crochet stitch and 1 decrease. So 1 incomplete half double crochet stitch, another one, and close them together. Now we only have to do the tip of the ear. First cut this yarn that is annoying me. Cut the yarn and pull through this last stitch so it gets closed. Now pick the black yarn, a slip knot on the hook. Don't turn, just like that. Insert the hook on the first of the stitches. You'll have 2 only. And be careful to grab all the yarn tails. So begin a half double crochet stitch, but don't finish it. We'll do like we did before, a decrease. So go for the next half double crochet stitch and close both stitches at once. Do a chain and finish the stitches. You might want to tie those yarn tails to make them stronger, and pull the yarn through the stitches to weave them in. Also weave in this brick yarn through these stitches on the side. And now for the eyes, you see I have already done one. Begin with an adjustable ring, make chain 1 and 7 single crochet stitches that you join with a slip stitch. Pull the central yarn tail, and then for the main yarn leave a long tail that you'll use to sew this piece onto the face. Then also sew the button here for the nose. It has a big nose, it seems. And there you have it. It's all done. Well, hello little fox. Now you have here the other one. Well, now I feel I should switch the buttons, don't you think? Well, anyway, they look cute to me. I hope you like this project and make it to give it to your loved ones. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.